Hey guys, and welcome back to another YouTube video. In this video, I'll be doing my cash cows for round 3. Pretty simple one, this video, as it probably will go by very quickly. As you'll see, we do have two teams on the bye, and a lot of their guys have low break evens. So I think a lot of people are definitely, by looking at what I just looked through with the trade targets video, that a lot of people are chasing those points from last round or chasing the break even when it's not necessary to chase the break even at that point, given that you can just easily get these guys in a round or two and get those points and also the cash generation in the next round or two. But anyway, before we get into this video, this quick one, remember to like and subscribe, turn the notification bell on so you know when I actually upload, as there is going to be times where there are going to be a massive amount of uploads. But let's get into this cash cows video. So as you can see here, I have set it up like I do usually with the trade targets, but this time obviously for the cash cows with the break even from lowest to highest. Paul Walter, no need to get him in. No need to get him in. Hold him if you can though, because that is a guaranteed. That is a guaranteed 18k when he comes back. That is a guaranteed 18k when he comes back. Just for that, and he could easily go 70 or 80 and then make that go up to like a 30 or 40k cash gen from him. So not training him in this round, but looking at him next round, just because if you stack up early on Thunder guys, you may go 4 trades, 3 doubles and a Thunder guy. You may be able to go to Thunder in their double game week and then pick up the lowest break even guy that is playing, and that'll help you generate some cash. But Paul Walter, similar to Jamie Overton, don't pick these guys up. And also alongside that in Mitchell Swepson, don't pick these guys up, but they have a ridiculously low break even, and they will have, and look at this for well, he's got a projected, look at this drop off from Mitchell Swepson as that round 1 goes away. So you can look at this and you're probably looking at these projected break evens and thinking Mitchell Swepson's almost the better option out of these guys. I wouldn't say so, because that factors in the round 1 score wiping itself from his projected break even breakdowns, and you can just see that he really just goes up, whereas these two guys are gonna whereas Walter and also Jamie Overton have scored so well in their last round that they look like they're going to have massive break-even jumps if they project really well in the next round or two, scoring-wise. So I would be going for these two over Swepson. Hamish McKenzie, like the guy, but he's just not going to play, as simple as that. So his break-even is slowly going to fall, I believe, as the rounds progress. But Agar's in front of him. He's not going to play, I don't think. Chris Jordan, interesting one, I reckon. I reckon he could be a good guy just to have off the bench. The only problem is he's bowler only. If he was to get in the next round the batter status and get that, what's his projected? Probably like 25. Projected 62. That is huge, that 23k cash gen. So if you can get him, that would be huge. I miss out on him by like 20k. If I had held Curran for that and put Jake Fraser McGurk's points on field, I would have gained 69 points as well as like 12k in value. I would have been close to be able to get Jordan, which would have been an interesting play just for cash gen purposes. It would have been almost a if he had batter bowler, this would be such an interesting play. But yeah, I think this is still a trade-in, but the only problem is that a lot of the only guys that you want from the Melbourne side are bowlers, so he may not even play in your, he wouldn't be in my best 11 just because of the structuring of it. So that's why I wouldn't be probably even selecting him if I had enough cash, just because I'd have to still play the guys that, some guys in question. But he is still, if you have room, that would still be a good trade-in. Chowdhury, I don't think is the best trade-in at the moment. We have to see if he does play without with Wade in the side, but it doesn't sound like he would. Darcy Short, you can wait on if you really wanted to bring them in, but a lot of people are just sort of getting rid of Darcy Short because he's done his job, gotten that initial cash gen, and sort of gotten people away from a rookie guy and up to sort of that 110, 120 sort of guy that can do its job. And yeah, I'll be trying to flip him to basically get him up to like a 140 type guy in the next couple of weeks by double flipping him, etc. Flipping him onto someone, flipping them onto someone, and flipping them probably onto someone again. and getting that up to that 140, 150k all-rounder guy that can sort of do its job. Sort of like if I could potentially get him up to a Aaron Hardy, that would be the play. But even getting him to potentially up to someone like, well, I already have Walter and Overton, but someone around that price range that has the same role would be quite big, as they do obviously have, those guys have another double coming up in 3 or 4 weeks. Jack Edwards, I think his role at the moment is pretty good in the side, so I reckon you could pick him. I still think he's got 3 overs and will bat 6 in most games, so I think he still is a good role. I just think at 90k, I think there's better options for me, especially trying to hunt those double points. So that's why I won't be going for Jack Edwards, but I can understand it, as he did drop a 36, I think, in the last game, so I won't be targeting him. Moses Henriquez, minus 14 break even. I just don't think I can target him, just because I don't know whether he'll bowl. With Abbott coming in probably for Joel in the next game week, that takes away 4 overs that need to be bowled, and that probably takes away overs from Edwards and potentially Moses Henriquez overs. And if Moses goes back to a batter, I don't really see him getting the dangerous strike rates that are needed anymore for a batter to be profitable, so I don't really want him. Zach Crawley, 135k, I just don't think so at this point. He's leading into a double bye, so I wouldn't be going for him. Tanvir Sanger, minus 12k. Yes, this is almost the pick of the round at minus 12. I reckon he is huge, and with the double coming up, he could easily, that's his projected break even with the double, so that will be huge, and I reckon he could go 100 and something in the double and make some even more cash. So I'm projecting him to probably get towards, after the double, be like 160, 170k, and is probably one of those guys that you can play outside of the double anyway as a single game week player. I'm looping him at the moment because we've got massive buys and stuff like that, but that certainly is a guy that you can play outside of the double. Jordan Silk, just don't think at 156k for a sole batter, don't like that. Freeze McGurk as well, up there with Sanger at this point as the trade-in for the round, as he is actually on the double with a minus 2 break even. We talked about him in the trade target video anyway. Alex Ross, no thanks at minus 2. Bartlett at 2, no thanks because he's on the bye. Hughes, Philippi potentially for those guys that need that wicketkeeper placement, but again, Philippi, I feel like there's guys that you can just go Quinton de Kock, honestly, at that point. And Daniel Hughes, 86k, didn't really do anything in the last game and is going to be on and off as a batter, so I wouldn't be picking him. Owen, he's got a low break even, but he could easily turn up, score like 2 with the bat and stuff like that, so I don't trust him, to be honest, at 67k. Ollie Davies, I think he's good value at 9 break even, so I would be looking at potentially that. As he's leading into a double, and that double 100 projected, but what is he projected break even? Projected score 25. If he scores like a 40 or a 50, that goes down to like a 90 and 80 in a double, where he could easily hit that. But you more want to be targeting the bowlers in the double game week anyway. And then Ashton Agar, I wouldn't be looking at either. And Zaman Khan leaves halfway through their double, I believe. Or, no, sorry, they don't have a double. They have got the double next week, and he leaves, I believe, before the double or the game, 1 game into their double. So I would not be looking at him. And then you get to Kuhneman, Hardy, Connolly, wouldn't be looking at. Wells wouldn't be looking at anyway. So you pretty much see that those sort of guys wouldn't be looking at, and we sort of get to those 14, 15, 16 break even, which I wouldn't be looking at anyway as a cash cow almost at that point. Anyway, so that is the video, and I'll see you guys for the last video of the day, which will be the team preview for round 3. So thanks guys, and I'll see you in that video. Bye guys.